Yes, people.
Oi, oi.
Myself, Kio Apaloo. Welcome to the Unspoken Gems podcast for your mum, for your dad, for your brother, for your sister, for your granddad, for every single person on this planet.
Homie.
You get me? And to my left, I've got my co-host.
Yeah, myself, Drizz.
And today, we've got a special guest.
My
Where's
guy.
my maggers?
Dun 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 dun
Today,
dun
we've got a
dun.
special guest. Our brother from a long time. Introduce yourself, sir.
Tyrone Bodily Ike Hill of the Igbo tribe. 100. I'm not gonna lie.
And I say to you,
Shout out my Nigerian side. When I was younger, the white people made me feel like I was embarrassed to be half black. Didn't really pride in it. Wanted to gel my hair and all that shit. Now I fully embrace that big dick slinging shit that we come with. So shout out my Nigerian tribe. Igbo for life. Fuck yourself.
yo, so that's Kid Bookie. Big up
Aye,
Kid
that's a
Bookie, our
Kid
special
Bookie,
guest
man.
today.
Yeah.
And yeah, pleasure, sir. Thank you for coming. How was your journey, sir?
Pleasurable
Pleasurable.
by coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was nice. No, it was actually quite long, man. You're breaking it down to variables, man. That shit was very long. But when you arrive,
Yeah.
it's always ecstatic, man.
We're here, yeah.
Get to see my brothers.
Yeah,
It's not just a talk in the mic semantic where
Yeah.
we just pretend. This is a real motherfucking shit. Got the magos on deck. My brother looking hench like a gorgeous motherfucker. My God, brother here. Fucking love this shit. Makes me feel like I'm here again. Makes me feel like I'm human.
Yeah, so yeah, Kid Bookie, we've known my man for a long time. We're looking at like, what, 15 years?
I was going to
10,
say
15 years,
I was
yeah.
going to say 15.
About 10, 15 years.
Good
Obviously, we had
15.
Fatal, we had Skeng on the show the other day, so we all kind of from the same community. So it was only right to bring Kid Bookie on there today. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. I haven't seen you for a long time, bro. Like, and it's a pleasure to see you again. I don't know if you've seen Drizz within the interim, but I
I've
haven't
seen you here and there.
Possibly so.
But I haven't seen you for a long time. And like I said, it's just organic, it's authentic, and it's good to chop up with your old school people.
I think
do you know what I mean?
the best time to meet someone when you haven't seen someone in a long time is in a working function where you're
Yes.
doing something creative that you both eny.
Exactly.
This is very this is harmonious, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's something you can't get again.
I didn't bark you doing coke in some bars, you know what I'm saying? I barked you in a fucking work function, motherfucker.
Nah,
Suck shit. Fuck, man.
So, Kid Bookie, give the people a little introduction into you, your life, your mind frame, what you're about, what you do. Let the people know
What am I?
in the most authentic way as possible, please.
I'm just an idea, man. A momentary orgasm from both my parents. Made by love, I hope. Maybe not just a green card. You know, then I travelled far. Came out as a baby. Went through a lot of life dictomies, as they say. Reached a certain age where I was able to understand some shit. Revelled in fear, understood it, chased it, loved the feeling of it, sniffed it out. And maybe come into that prowess stage of your life where you say, fuck this shit. You stand here today and you don't give a fuck, nigga. Nah. What am I saying?
Like, we're just taking it in. Just looking like, yeah. Yeah, come on,
this is,
speak your stuff, man. Come on, bro. Speak your
I guess-
stuff. Yeah, man.
Who am I, man? I'm just a bunch of ideas, bro, in one big conglomerate, a stack of shit with a body bag. I don't really know. That shit changes daily, you know. I actually enjoy the idea of what's the word? Hypocrisy and contradiction and shit. It means I'm growing, you know, rather than just say, no, I believe this yesterday. I will never change. So I guess, you know, like, I'm an ever-changing state, man. An ever-changing state. I can't tell you who I am today, but what I can tell you today, I'm happy to be here, and I'm blessed to be able to have a story that can dictate everything up to this moment here. That's led me back here with my brothers. That's some full circle shit, man.
Definitely. So, in terms of your story, bro, give us a bit of some of the chapters. Like, where have you started? What's been your journey thus far? Like, where have you started to now? What have you been?
Do you know what? You motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was a rock baby who was sitting in his house with James, who is now Jamie Rosethorn, shout out my burlesque sister. And Kieran, who is now doing a lot of gas work, shout out the gas stages of your life, because you can now fix my boiler. And started out doing rock with them motherfuckers, man. And then my sister was getting popular. And I didn't understand what popularity was. I liked it though. So, people like this person. They treat her funny. Nice. I don't really get that.
Yeah.
I started rapping because I saw yous lot coming around my house.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here? Skateboards at the
Yeah, I
door.
remember, yeah.
Looking at the skateboard thinking, man, this ain't bringing me where these motherfuckers are going.
Yeah.
So I had to put it to the side for a few years. Had to go into a little subtle hole, join a few gangs, get stabbed, understand what was going on and why I was doing that, to know that, oh man, it's just a choice. And then come back full circle. But it was you motherfuckers, man, that made me feel like that I was watching you like all spitting and shit. So I really wanted to spit, not just because of the popularity, but just because of like, first and foremost, I love music, and I didn't understand timing, I didn't understand bars, I didn't understand all of these things that you lot were doing, but like you lot were all together, and it was really nice. And I would come in and there and just be like, hi, with my fucking, I just wanted to see what's going on, you know. So it was like I was very inspired to write. I remember my bars. I actually do remember. I remember it was fate. I remember hearing. I was in the bath, bro, literally scrubber dubbing, and I remember hearing Fatal whilst I was in the bath, and I just remember it was like 2008, it must have been. No, 2007.
Yeah, I remember,
2007. But it's like, but 2008 was when I remember when I was like,
How old were you then?
I would have been 50. It was before my 16th birthday, so it would have been 15.
Fucking
So it would have been 15. But it was just before my 16th birthday, and I remember going to write these bars. It was about a red bus and all this shit, get thrown under a red bus. I just was instant murder. I just thought this is instant murder, isn't it?
This is the way to it.
What we do, so I'm gonna murder you. So it's like I started writing about this murder, this very scripted murder, man. But I was not on beer as crazy. But then I went to school as well, and school everyone was spitting, and that's like the food chain. I'll take this motherfucking jacket off and running up big stairs, and then I was like, went to school. Shout out the Gothic Death Tour shit, and yeah, man. It was school. It was the food chain. You just literally like, where do I fit here? And I didn't know, like, no one did what I did, like the skating. So I was very alone in that kind of realm. So I just thought, fuck, man, I have to enter this food chain. But I enjoy it. I would never change anything about not getting like joining this and that, because I feel like you kind of have to go through every part, like every facet of life to really understand. If you avoid certain things, you won't understand them. Not saying you have to go out and get stabbed and beat down or kidnapped, but like, I'm just getting off tangent, but you know what I'm saying? But like, all of that basically is my journey into this motherfucking stage right this second. You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel, obviously, seeing your sister doing music at the time, her peers at the time, that's kind of shaped you or allowed you to make a better informed decision on what you actually wanted to do with yourself today? I.e., you've realised you had to put the skateboard to the side, but you've come back to the skateboard. Is that because the experiences you learned at the time with the spitting, you realise maybe I like it, but that wasn't just for me. There was something I was missing. Is that hence why you've come back to the music you're doing today?
I think, yes, in a concentrated form. Like, I love music, so was my sister, and she was very inspirational for me for wanting to be my own person as a musician, you know. I didn't know what that was. I didn't understand that. So, like, she was a very big part of that. I had my favourite rappers that I listened to, and I had my favourite bands, you know. Like, when you're a rock kid, you just only listen to, like, Three Dons, bro. That's Bone Thugs, Eminem, and Tech Nine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So they were, like, my introductories into, like, rapping. So I always had that ear for the double time. And grime was like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially if you kind of rip like that, not like... I still never liked the kind of shits, you know what I mean? But I always liked the hearing the flow, the rhythms, and then so I guess, you know, putting the skateboard down and shit, it was more like when you're young, you're impressionable. You are literally, you just want to be at the top of the hierarchy. You see what's big, you see what people are gravitating to, and you see how quick it can be made. So you don't really care about long term. You just think about now as a child. That's why people die so easy when you're young, because it's all about the momentary lapses. So, but I wanted to be so, you know what I mean? I wanted to find out what I was. So I just put everything that I knew. I even started changing the way I speak, the dresses. But it's not a bad thing. That's just the way, you know, you are. Your life is, isn't it? You kind of just like, it's like throwing dogs together and see who's going to survive. You know what I'm saying? So you survive, fortunately, because many die. And then you get to an age where you are apprehensible for your actions and you understand what you're doing. And then once you hit that stage, if you're lucky to, you pick back up the skateboards, you listen to everything because you kind of suppressed who you were to fit in. And that's like the key part of it. You just suppress who you were to fit in. But fitting in is now just a void. It's an empty thing because everyone's just making something up, because it will come down to like false bravado, false masculinity, etc. at the time. So you just want to be part of it. So I enjoy that. I understand that now. That's why I'm so heavy and I fight like very individual battles of like, you motherfucker, we go, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Saying that, from a young age, obviously I've known you from when you was a young kid. I've seen you was very individualistic. You had your own individual ideas. You done things your way. Even though
I didn't think people knew about it.
No, but listen, when we saw you, you come, you spit, you go and you go away. And where you spat very quick.
Yeah.
We didn't spit like that, but you had your own individual style. And nobody knocked you for the style. We always knew that was your style, which was great at the time because you can instantly see somebody who's creating a lane for themselves without them even noticing that themselves.
100%.
You didn't even notice that yourself. That's how crazy it is. Yeah. We can notice that, but we're so focused on what we're doing, he's not even noticing.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about it. And you touched on some names that you mentioned when you said, when you listen to rock, there's only 3 people listen to Tech 9, Eminem, Bone Thugs and Harmony. And your sound is quite similar to them, and hence why you've even got to make music with them.
Yeah.
This is the thing that people won't even know, but you've made music with them.
Yeah.
And how did that actually come about?
But it started like my first one was the D12 lot. Like they really there was a song that I was putting together, and I just took a shot in the dark and I just started messaging bare dons. And like, bro, I'm like, there's a lot I've learned about myself today of like why I was like that as a kid. But like you just message, but it's not just a copy and paste. I'm spending individual messages to every person, catering for what I think they need.
Yeah.
It's like robotic, like all fucking night for months. Jeez. And 2 people bit my bait. No, 3. No, 2 at first. And I was like, no, if I can get these 2, I can push it further. Yeah. It's not a great song, but it started a cataclysmic shift of where I wanted to go. And it was Evolution 2, where it had Conniver from D12 and Crocodile from Slaughterhouse. Yeah. But I used Crocodile to get Conniver. Because I was like, yo, Crook is on this song. Yeah. None of them had confirmed nothing yet. Yeah. He's like, oh, who's on it? And then I told Crook that I've never said this shit. Yeah. Like this is like something kind of shit. Yeah. And so like I was fucking, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh yeah. So then I got Crocodile's verse, and I was like, oh my god.
You got it.
I sent it to Conniver. Yeah. And he was like, oh yeah, he went in. Yeah. Then he did Crooked's flow. And it was like, I can't believe I've conjured this madness. I've just got these 2 verses.
You just made it.
2 fucking verses of these god-tier fucking rappers. I ain't put a verse on the shit yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, but I'm saying like how much you lot mean to me, all of this shit, and like, because they fucking did.
Yeah, they're legends.
They fucking did. And I've never lied about what I feel to people. Even when even if they're my brothers in my life now, like it's like I swear every day, like I'm sucking their dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got this song, and I was like, I need a pop star on the chorus. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I reached out to Samantha Mumba. Do you remember Samantha Mumba? Yeah. She's my brother. Samantha, I have the biggest crush on you, even though like we are dark. Honestly, she's my dark.
From young, let's not lie.
She's my dark. I love her. She knows I love her. Like Omero, her brother, their family. Yeah. When I was so like sometimes when I see her, she's frozen in time for me. Like you don't understand like what you are. Like I had my I was horny off you as a kid. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but obviously, like I don't even like. I let her know sometimes. Like, yo, you look beautiful, man, sis. But like, you know, I do. I love her, man. She's I love her. She's family and her brother as well. Like, so like I thought, but at the time I pitched it, it's like, yo, we got this song. She's like, oh, what, Eminem's camp? Yeah. I was like, yes, Eminem's camp. Let's get this song. I got the songs. Then I put Lady Leisha, put Dot Rotten and Screwfizz on it as well. And it's like, it's very under the rug song because I orchestrated it. There was no platform. There was no. I stuck it on SBTV. Rest in peace, Jamal, my brother. Thank you for the opportunities we've given everybody. And I really fucking mean that. And you know, to put it out. You know, did this little thing. It was like, wow, this thing. And then, but I think it like changed. It altered. Like I've always been an MC that's worked with popular MCs, but just because I've been around them, not by trade. You know what I'm saying? So I guess perception has always been that I've been able like you're not that good as an artist, but you just people like, how'd you get that song? Yeah. So it's like you're just like, oh motherfucker, I just walking in. But it's like, so I did that song, and then. Sorry if it's a long one, but it's like I have to get through the time.
No, come on. We want to hear this. We want to talk your stuff, but come on.
So then, that song's out, time's going on. And then my brother, Nassan, which is Proof from D12 Son, he's on, I don't even remember how we got into contact with each other. But I think somehow, like people added us on Twitter. And I was like, yeah, you should work with each other. And I was like, oh, like, done a couple. So we FaceTime like a couple days later. He's like 15 at the time. Bearing in mind, this guy's now 20 fucking, like, he's 23. Like, in like a couple months, like a month. Like, this is 15.
This is Proof's son.
Yeah.
Son. Wow, that's mad.
Yeah, so, and he was just doing music, just starting music. So I was like, yeah, let's like, you know, jump on some shit. We're talking. This is my brother. Like, I've gone out in Atlanta with these motherfuckers and shit, you know? These are my brothers, man. And like, Bazaar lives out there as well and shit. It's crazy. And then started doing some songs. But like I've got this thing where I don't just like if I like people, I don't just want them to be a passing moment. Like I want to show you how much I respect and appreciate you, and like as a person, I want to be your friend. Like, kind of shit. I genuinely want to be because I don't just define my friends to my area code and I grew up with you, so we are now bided by friendship. Like I hate half the people I grew up with. I think you know what I mean. Not like under some negative shit. They're fucking horrible people. Time allows me to know that. Like we're all fucking horrible people, but some people pertain to the horrible nature way more than the positive balance. You know what I'm saying? So. And it's okay to hate motherfuckers you grew up with, bro. They're not bound to it, innit? You don't have to just like people because you was in a class with them and at 3 years old. Like, no, he's my brother. He's not. You hate him. Just let it be known. Stop pretending. Like, and then, so yeah, and then we did a lot. And then Proof's dad flew over. And he was like, oh, you're working with the son and all that shit. Oh, my lawyer's calling. Well, I'll have to wait. And, oh, fuck. So, because we sometimes get lawsuits. So it was like...
well, we're going to talk on that as well. Touch on that as well.
And then, yeah, man. And then it just like got into the family vibe of shit, you know? Like, you just knew it wasn't just some song. I put them in songs with each other. Everyone started doing songs. And then more the D12, the Swifty from D12. Everyone came around. Eminem started sharing like the son shit. So everyone started coming up, like seeing what was going on. And it was like, you know, I started seeing messages that Nassan was showing me that people, it was like, and I was really like, people at the door, and I was like, oh my God, I can't
that person,
yeah, it's just like, oh my God, it's like, you know, all these people I love you, so, you know, and I was very proud. And then Bone Thugs, I don't know, I was just grinding it out a little more. And then I think on Twitter again, man, Twitter's been, I swear to you, use Twitter people, it's been like, this tool's changed my life.
People don't know how, like, good Twitter can be.
Yeah, like,
mad, isn't it?
Bro, I'm a fucking loudmouth, gallivanting mob, like, bullshit ass cunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just scream on Twitter, like, everybody, oh, look at this. So, I have no business, I don't have no problem just atting somebody, saying some shit. So, but then, I can't remember with Bone Thugs. Like, I think crazy, he just followed me. He followed me. And like, I don't give a fuck if it's 1 second or 20 or 20 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna wait to message it. No, motherfucker, I freestyle. Yo, he's Sam, bro. Like, yo, like, like, you follow me, you got on your fucking phone. We're talking, and then he was coming over to London, like, a couple weeks later. He's sharing my shit, he's sharing all my shit. He's like, yeah, do you wanna open for London? I was like, huh? Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm all like, yeah, let me do that. I opened the show, I fucking killed it. Like, the promoters, and he's like, do you wanna come on tour? I was like, oh my God, I was just beating off in the fucking change room, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, yeah, bro, smashed it, right, like some dates in Europe. And then, that's 2018, I remember, I was like, that year, I did that. But the thing is, like, I do all of these things outside of the stratosphere that people give a fuck about, in the sense of, like, because you have to build your own thing. Like, this is not celebrated news. If other people probably did it, it'll be like, wow, man. But I think, like, I get, like, but it's cool. I get it in the game. Like, some people don't want you through. So you have to carve a song. And in that year, you know, you're just trying to put out these projects. And then I tweeted Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
I was on touch on that as well, yeah.
I said, like that. So, like, this, because this gets to Tech 9.
So you literally just tweeted these people?
Brother, I just tweeted my man.
Look, people, are you listening to this? See? You got to shoot your shot.
Yeah, bro, I just tweeted, dude. Literally. Like, this is like, bro, this is my, like, I know I don't throw the word brother around loosely, but everyone I say is my brother is my brother. Like, that is my, I don't have big, like, I have big, but he's my big brother, man. That's like, I like, this dude is like, I don't think, I tell him all the time, I'm so bold for me, he's like, oh, you changed my life. But it's like, but, like, so I tweeted him, we did a fucking song together, and this stuff probably made the news, it was crazy, it was so big, it was everything was going on. And the next year, he was like, oh, I'm doing a song for my album. I was like, do you want to be on it? Bruv, you can't ask me, do I want to be on your album? I've grown up listening to you. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Of course I'm gonna be on your album.
Yeah.
Why are you asking so nice? You know what I'm saying? Like, he even gave me a clause. If you want to, fuck. Of course I want to. I was like, I'll beat people. I'll kill everything for this. So I got, you know what I'm saying? Then I jumped on we did the song. Like, he doesn't know Tech Nine's one of my favorite rappers in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever. Like, he doesn't know this. There's
So
no
he told you you're gonna be on a tune with Tech Nine.
after I've done I've done a demo.
So you must have
sent me the song.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that there's no. I've never spoke. Like, I don't. I've asked. Like, you know, like I asked for things. Like, Corey, can we do this? Can we do that? I would like, because it's not just because I want, like, because the things I think we can do are always going to be things that are going to shape culture or push this and other boundaries, everything. So, you know, and I hate not giving, like, these are my brothers. I always, you know, I'm not fucking rich and shit, but I try to give everything I can and to just, you know, that show that I care, not just because I have to give or because I've received whatever, but, you know, these are my family. I love them. I want to give them the world. So I try to give them small parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? But, so before I even knew this shit, I did the demo and then I get a message saying, by the way, Tech Nine's going to be on it. Brother, I was like,
how is this even possible?
Like, like, why?
Yeah,
it's like, brother, I don't do I haven't been a good boy in life all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
to get this?
Yeah, like, I haven't been the best person, bro. Like, even 2 weeks ago before this, I sinned. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I was like,
mental.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Sick.
And then, and then we did a song for his album, which fucking went off. I just went into the Billboard charts and shit. Like, and I was like, I've never seen shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was ecstatic. Like, and then we did our own song as well after that. And I was like, so it was like, it's crazy. Like, I still get imposter syndrome because, like, I don't know what. Like, I just walk around. Like, I'm just like, I'll do a show and I'll stand out, but people will be screaming at me, like, oh my god! And I'm just like, you like take a picture of this gun. But inside, I'm like, who am I? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but because I keep it that way and I don't treat my, like, I don't know, I guess it is that you do, like, you attract to your tribe that way.
But
you know?
that way, by doing that, like, not always acknowledging your reflection, it allows you to stay true to yourself.
100%.
Yeah. Because if you always not acknowledge your reflection, you're going to think, I'm this person, and you mean shit.
Ego builders,
do you know what I mean?
If anything, I try to kill ego as much as I can.
Yeah, but that's
to the point people think I have one.
Yeah.
No, because you're so, like, laid back. They're like, why do you act like you don't care? And you're thinking, act? Like, I'm dead inside. Like, this is not an act.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. And that way, like I said, it's more authentic. That's why we can all sit in this room today, not seeing each other for 10 to 15 years, and it's the same damn.
Of course.
I feel like right now I'm in Thamesmead. I'm in Plumstead. I'm chilling. I'm outside your house in Plast, and just chilling. Because at the end of the day, you've stayed true to yourself throughout your whole life. 100%. And this is why sometimes in life, when you're true to yourself, you reap your rewards. And you might not acknowledge them, but you deserve what you're getting.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I try to always, like, even when you say it now, like, I hear it, but it's weird because I now know the feeling. It's weird. Like, no one thinks it's happened, like synapses. You said that, and I think this is a common thing that I do. Like, I'll just acknowledge, when you say I deserve it, I just, bruv. Yeah. Like, I'll just not that,
just
I'll be like, I'm so thankful, but I was like,
like,
because it's like, it was almost like, sometimes I don't think I deserve, no.
But that's what you said, you said why. Remember when you said technically said why? Yeah. That's you already putting that comfort blanket up.
You know, and
saying,
I think I don't want to acknowledge it though.
Yeah, but it's also a good thing. Don't get me wrong, that's also a good thing because it's allowing you to kind of protect yourself.
I'm around enough big ego motherfuckers that just think like they just talk shit every day. I don't even want to let it rub it off on me. I'm just, but I get it. People always want to make sure we bigger than that. But sometimes being big is being honest, knowing that you're gonna fail. Not everything's a success. I failed so much in everyone's faces, like, but I didn't mind. I laughed at them. I laughed at them. Laugh at me. Let's make it a fun moment. Laugh at my death. Do you know what I'm saying? Like humor, like, and I think like we like as brazen or as easy as weird as it sounds, we have to bring an element of like jester or humor to morbid things because gotta laugh, man. And I think we get worried about laughing.
But that's why they also say, people also, anytime somebody pass away, rest in peace, there's no celebrate life.
No.
And celebrating someone's life is laughing at the good times. And you said it. Laugh at my death, not in a morbid way. Yeah, laugh I'm dead. Laugh at the happy times of me being alive.
Yeah, because it's like I said, brain silence. Don't associate mourning with the bad. Of course, you're going to instantly. The ideas that someone will not be around forever. You can't do this. The plans. It's a hard thing to understand. Sometimes we might not even understand it till it happens. But I guess I'm very and sometimes I'm very hard for people to sometimes understand because I'll just be extreme. Like I am like this. Like I don't change, and sometimes people are trying to crack your armor. So they'll just do things, but you're realizing, but by doing that, you're exposing, you're projecting on me. Do you know what I'm saying? And now we can talk about what you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? But then again, and then people like it's very hard to exist in a place where I don't walk around thinking I'm some unique ideology. Like I don't. I try to acknowledge the positive parts that make me happy, not the traits of the condition that people gravitate to as a thing. I'm very aware of what certain things that I do that make people want to understand certain things, and I'm very welcoming to trying to get you to understand why you should probably understand this. But at the end of the day, we're just a big melting pot of ideas, and most people are scared of ideas that make them think away from their own ideas because we're so certain in everything. But we're not. We don't know much. We just got smart things, and we make shapes to fit in other shapes, like this room.
And coming at your comfort zone. But yeah, touching on that as well, Kid Bookie. You mentioned a few grime artist names when we were speaking about guys that was on the track. You mentioned Dot. You mentioned Lady Leisha. I know you had connections to Maxa before. How's your relationship with them guys now, and how did that relationship actually come about? Because you have to bear in mind, okay, Dot was from South, Max is from East. You had connection with some of the East guys, and I know South and East at that time didn't really mix. If I'll be honest with you, me even coming to South was like, oh, big blase, oh, what you did? Even my East guys were like, what you did in South? Like, what you did in South? What in South, man? So for you, how was that kind of interaction with two different areas?
Even hearing that, like now I've got, it's funny, like, but even hearing that is insane to me. Yeah. Because when I was growing up, the only time I ever heard about area beefs is when I joined gangs. So even when I joined the gang, I didn't even care about the area. Yeah, because I was like, I just want to know what's the strongest place to be at the time. So, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still going where I'm going. That's why I was getting beaten up and stabbed because I was just like, hey, I'm in your ends. Yeah. And I'm just walking with a fucking baby that's not mine. You know what I'm saying? So like, just like, this guy's mad. But why the fuck would I care? My mum just popped me out of a fucking womb in a place and then moved me here. I didn't even care about the semantics of area coding. You didn't even make this. It was just land plotted in a rock space. Didn't care. Still don't. So yes. So when I'm like, in grime, it's the same way as these motherfuckers that are now my family as well. I spoke to Dot on the way here. I spoke to Dot for 20 minutes on the way here, telling me about we need to make new rock music. You know what I'm saying? So and I always tell Dot, man, like, you're such a genius. Just make sure you acknowledge it and don't let your emotions be your worst temperament. You know, that's the best thing. And like, he's such a genius. Is that like, and when you are that kind of person, emotional intelligence is the most hardest thing to maintain because it's such an important thing as a muse to even create or do stuff. But when you the more you use emotion in a positive way, the barrier is understanding. Like, oh, I'm an angry motherfucker, so I try not to be as angry as I try not to. Only people that make me angry are people that I really love and women that I love. Because it's like, you cannot, like, they just, holy hell. But I don't beat people up and shit like women. I'm like, oh, shut up, go in. I'm not like getting angry like that, like smacking some girl with a bottle end or some shit. But just, you know what I mean, just normal. Is it normal? Is dysfunction normal? I don't know. And by dysfunction, what is the level of dysfunction that you mean? Because arguing or shouting is always dysfunctional, but depending on what you maintain in that circumference, that's a different thing.
But it's mad because they say arguing and shouting can also be healthy.
The thing is, I'm a big believer of releasing anger in a cat this way. So when people say, stop shouting, I'm like, so you're trying to make me, you're trying to suppress this thing that I'm letting out back in the cage.
It makes you worse.
I'm going to die early.
It's like they say, don't hold in a fart. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. Bro, like, they say, let it out.
So, I'm like, stop shouting. Like, but stop shouting. I'm like, no, I can't. How the fuck can I stop shouting? Like, I'm releasing that thing. The hormones or the brain secretions that are making me want to get to this state need to go. Don't bottle them in because I will die early. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live to at least Like at least 84, maybe even 96. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 96 strong. Like, oh, and the 96th birthday, just be like, oh, dude, that was good. Oh yes, now. Like I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
86, I'll be like, fuck's sake, I didn't even get the 94. But yeah, what are we talking about?
But yeah. Literally, I want to touch what we touched on before we come here as well, because I think people need to kind of get an outlet of how a rock concert or rock tour works. And you just told us when we was coming up here.
How was your tour?
You're on the back of your tour.
I'm getting very wasted.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
And shit.
Like, help yourself. Help yourself, bro. Like I said,
You know what? Today is the one I've tried. You know, like it's everyone. I'm a manic, sporadic motherfucker. I don't really filter some shit, but because I'm at my brother, there's no need for me to just be insane.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not an
yeah.
insane man.
Yeah.
So sometimes people's perceptions that I come somewhere and I'm just instantly off the walls. Yeah. It depends if I'm in that mood.
Yeah.
I am not in. I'm just cool. I'm just chill. So it's like, but now. I'm getting drunk, motherfuckers.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, make some noise for the Unspoken Gem podcast.
Yeah,
man.
Like, literally, like I said, bro, we had that drink for you. That's there for you. But like I said, we want to get...
They planned this. I'm worse than the
We was
drunk.
like, no, let's get Kid Bookie smashed. But listen...
Make him say a bad word. My career.
No, we want to get insight into how... Just give us insight of how a rock tour goes. Obviously, people's perception is you get drunk, you get smashed, there's women, you do outrageous stuff, but you're the man today that can portray and tell us that today. How does it go?
Well, the first, word of order is you, all your friends line up and get the biggest boner they can. You put a line of coke on each of your cock ends, and then you get the tour manager to sniff their line of coke off each of your boners, and whoever can't keep their dick up has to suck everyone's cock. That's not what a rock tour is.
Now talk your stuff. Come on, over there.
I want to suck the cock. I was like, so. What is a rock? It's
like I see on your Instagram. Drizz was saying today, throwing the dildo. We see that a lot on Instagram.
That's called LeBron James, by the way. I've given it a name. It's called LeBron James.
I watched something you done the other day before I come here, and I'm like, that looks exciting, but I can't do that. When I think you was drinking beer with somebody,
throwing up into the fucking...
And I was like, I watched the first, but I was like, boy, like, how are you doing this?
El Chugo, bro.
Yeah.
El Chugo,
Yeah, they do.
El Chugo.
Yeah.
El Chugo, bro.
Is that something that's normal?
Let me give you the rules of El Chugo, because you can get disqualified, man. It's real. Like, El Chugo is very mentally stimulative, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's focus. It's a focus. Like,
you have to put your hand on your foot and...
Yeah, it's about, like, as odd and taboo as the things that you're doing are, to get a cup and fill it up to the brim with vomit as fast as your opponent.
It's
not as easy as you think. It's not as easy as you think, is it? So, like, the rules are, man, you just get one. You could even do it with a Mago, because there'll be more liquid in your stomach prior. So,
you're not planning to do it now, are you?
Nah, there's no cut.
That's it. He's looking around.
Nah, there's no cut.
He's looking around.
I do so. I can't just throw up on the floor like
in a
some
bag,
lunatic.
throw up in a bag.
Look, so. Nah, yeah. So you and your opponent. You can even. I like it when there's more than two though. When there's four, it's insane because you're just four men just crying, slamming their hands on the table, and the horrible scenes, bro. So much liquid. So yeah, four, like as many cups as you want. You drink, you time, fill the cup, and like you put, some people's like. It's like, and it's also showing the will to win. Like I like not just a race. Like it's a race. So like a race, running, all of those things. Like so if that's normal, I was like, let me give that context and make it disgusting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like race yourself by emptying your gut.
That's like we're talking about willpower. That's like you have to have insane willpower to basically hurt yourself to win.
Bro, I'm obsessed with pain.
Yeah.
Such a weird statement, isn't it? But I don't mean like it's weird because it's like what won't you do? Like what stops you? Like obviously when you punch yourself in the face, like if you just willingly punch it, like you will give yourself a limit. I know it sounds weird, but it's science to these things. It's like if you don't practice them, you won't know. Like how hard can you punch yourself in the face willingly? And even if some people go, I don't want to, that's insane. Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
But when you put limit to it. You're like your body's stopping you.
Stopping, yeah.
Now put that context to everything. If you just do it,
yeah.
test the will to
Just do
even
it,
the pain. You see even condition the side of your cheek. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I'm not gonna punt. Like even like that's not as hard. That's not that hard. Like,
Hey, but what you just said though,
but that's not that hard. And there's, but it rocks the side of your head. And then there's and then there's.
Don't do it again.
You can knock yourself. I've done it. I've knocked myself out like 5 times.
I want to keep you for this rest of the episode, but what you just said there is a gem in itself. When you go to punch yourself, your body's telling you not to do it. But if you just do it, you will do it. That's life in general.
There we go. There's a metaphor in the spot. I always say there's method to the madness.
That's life in
general. That's the key. There's the method to the madness. So people just say, you're crazy, books. I'm not. Fuck you!
No, it's true. In life in general, if you're going to do something, just, excuse my French, effing do it. Because if you start putting all these barriers, I can't do it because I ain't got money, I ain't got time, you're not going to do it.
You're not.
So just do it. Don't let your
I don't
body
know, it's
stop
just
you from doing
punching your face, but like, it's everything. You just got to practice things like, bruv, I stapled the side of my nuts into my leg just to know I can. Do you know what I'm saying? And then remove them one by one. And it hurt. But I needed to understand. Yeah, man. But you can't do it like, I wouldn't do it when the balls are tight. You know when the balls are tight? Like, that's, bro, that's some shit.
I thought when I was young, like putting your tongue on an ice tray was like in the freezer. That was bad.
Well, I grew up on MTV and Jackass.
Yeah. Wait. Say it. So when you was mentioning this stuff, what comes to my head is, Bookie needs to message Jackass. I can literally see you on the episode right now. There's a new one out, ain't it?
I just watched the 4th one.
Yeah.
And I said to myself,
that's not enough.
you need to do 5 because I'm not in there.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy, but I was just like, you don't understand, I'm not in there.
So
I've still got 10 years of pain.
If you got the call up, would you go on there?
Brother, my ideas for pain.
It's just crazy. Yeah.
So I've got a film called Phobia and 8 that I want to write. Phobia's playing on Phobia and 8's 8 rooms of pain. And I've got a book I want to write called 100 Ways to Kill Somebody, starting at the low spectrum to the end. Like when like 98's just putting an intentional banana and slipping on it and letting someone hit their head and just aneurysm and die. And then like 42's just lying someone down on a heated metal plate, but you've skinned their back, poured salt under it, and it just heats up. That's 42. And then but number 6, like, bro, I know it sounds crazy, but you need people to write these books.
Yeah.
Where's the horror coming from?
That's what the horror. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, but we ain't got enough. This is not. It's frowned upon in the hood. Not that it isn't, but you can't like that. It's weird. You're not. You're just creative in a way that isn't. I don't know, broadcasted.
So do you feel...
Fuck you, weird freaks.
Do you feel you was brought up in an area that we can classify as a hood? Do you feel doing what you're doing is not accepting hood, or you don't really give a F?
Where was the alternative artists when you were younger? Like,
yeah, it's true.
What one? Like, where was a me?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, there
wasn't none.
Yeah. Because we were scared. We were scared. Literally, that's why I said everyone. The people that have died could have been me's because you just walked into a battlefield and pulled out a shank and you didn't want to kill somebody, but you were so scared you got stabbed first because that person was killed or be killed. Yeah. And this is why I said you have to go through it to understand it. And those people that don't write articles on it from a third person perspective. That's why, so. That's why I come back to it. I'm very big on just the art. I just don't, like, when I say I don't care, people mistake it for like I just have lack of moral. I just, no, I compartmentalize so much of what I care about because I don't think it's important. I don't think it's healthy to just, there's so much to care about, like what's important to care about. I care about, like, what matters to me is important and what matters is important. So I just, and I'd like to do things like I do. I am that guy that walks to a table of young youth, scraping my chair against the floor. So I go, ah! Then I pull up on the table and I go my nails, and everyone just looks at me. And the one that's got his face screwed up like that is the one I talk to first. Yeah. Because everyone else is going to watch how he's responding. And you break him down, and he's not even the oldest. No, he's somewhere in the middle. And then the other one's got good parents. And then you speak to him about the mum. And then they start smiling, and then they crack a joke to him, and they all start laughing. And that one that's still trying to be angry, he's lost, he's losing. No one's angry anymore. And then you realise you just gave him a little bit of love. Oh my God, dude, you just gave them love. Like, not just like, I love you. No, you gave them considerably different love in ways where sometimes men should do. And I've seen them change. I have all their numbers in my phone. And I do that a lot. I'm not saying, I don't, no one knows I do this. Some some friends have seen it and they go away scared because they go like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know what's going to, and bro, I'll do it though. I'm not scared of it. I could die. But it's like, like repercussions if you're stupid. Like, I don't think I'm going to win every battle. People lose. I'm not invincible. Yeah. But I think it's so important to express love in a way where it's not just in a way where you just got to talk like, oh man, like, what about the roles and that person's mother? No one cares about hearing that shit. But you know what you got to do? You got to practice and make people think. When you make people think, they have one thought, then they practice another thought, and that thought brings a bigger thought, and then all of a sudden everyone's thinking together, and they're all together, they're thinking, and that one that's screw face, and he's just slowly like that, and then he's like laughing, and he's just like, and you realise you're just hurt, man, and I'm hurt too. So I relate to you as much as you relate to me, no matter how old I am compared to you. The only reason why I can do that is because I was you, and I was just thought I had to do all of that. Now I can walk around and I don't care. So. And that's my power. And I always say we're superheroes. And like we're superheroes and people are, but we are. If you realise your prowess and how heroic you can be a superhero. It doesn't mean you've got to fly around London shooting at beams and killing people, the bad people. It just means you've got to save some people whilst you're here. You've got to be a hidden superhero. You don't have to publicise it and film it on the camera. You just change people's lives or change the world small parts at a time. That's how I deep it anyway.
So saying that as well, Bookie, it's a great analogy as well. And you've kind of like described how you might have felt because you've used a young child that was angry. Now, for you, at the time, you was very young when we met each other, 15, 16. Alternative music was always something that was you. But did you feel kind of lonely at the time because you were still finding yourself, but in your head you knew what you wanted to do? Did you feel lonely on your come up to get there? Because you have to remember, everyone's doing a different sort of music. You want to do alternative music. So you're kind of like an outcast at the same time, but you already know what you want to do. But then again, you wanted to fit in. Did you feel some sort of isolation at that time?
Yeah, I think, like I said, because I didn't look around and see me. Exactly, I couldn't message Corey Taylor and say, Corey, look, this is who or Good Charlotte, all these people that I fuck with today. There was no me. The only people that were me were the people that were just probably just in the same position. We're all just in the food chain, trying to assert ourselves. Trying to make a way. So, and I didn't know I had to be that person. Nowadays, I get messages from hella black people, bro, saying, I wish I had a you when I was young. And that's something like, I save these messages like into a place on my phone because it's like, bruv. Like, that's why it's like, oh my God, like, I'm so happy. Some of these people are like 30 plus, going on 40. Some of them are 17. Some of them I've just walked around and I'm in a place and they've come up to me with their long blonded dreads saying I'm the inspiration behind their hair. And I'm just like, I just say, fuck off. Do you know what I'm saying? I just say, fuck off. And they're like, yeah, man. Because I just say, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was nobody. And that's why it's like, I don't know where, like what time, but the people that now there is us, everyone's doing it. Alternative is huge. There's Tentacion. There was Lil Peep. There's Juice WRLD.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
There's Zilla Cami. There's people you have known. There's Paul Stacey. There's Jaden. There's Machine Gun Kelly. You fucking little bitch. There's so many. There's Willow Smith. There's Vended. There's Scarlord, a mixed race brother from Wolverhampton. That's probably bigger than half of the game in Britain. But because we are only broadcast what we have to feel like we gotta be, they will go insane when a black man like Dave picks up a guitar and plays averagely, and they go, "Wow!" I'm not against it. I'm so happy that you did, but because we're so kept away from how, as a black man, I got a brother. I'm so big on it. Like, I have to be, as a black man, I got to be this, that, and the other. So it was like insane to see sometimes a man from our hood holding a guitar at the Brits. It's a big moment. I saw some dudes writing on the internet like big statements, and I'm sitting here holding a guitar on stage thinking,
I've been doing this.
It's not even that I've been doing this because I don't want you to shine me as the muse to feel like everyone can do it. I would like to be for many, and I am in other places. But if it takes a Dave to do it, no, I'm happy. But it's almost trend. Don't make it a trendy thing. Make it a thing where it's an emancipation of self. Do you know what I'm saying? And not just when I say averagely, I don't mean that to negatively impact him. I just mean like you just saw a black dog from the hood. Where we're from, when I say the hood, I don't even mean that as a negative term either. I just mean it's linguistics that we use. And And it's just like that. You know, we're alternative. There's black people that do that. But you called them grungers and ripped them off years ago. And beat them up and robbed them.
Nah, it's true because in school, in school, it was a grunger or emo.
You literally made someone up. When I say you, I don't mean you. I mean like just society, the way culture or everybody made it like that. But like I love that, you know, rock music's on such a big rise, and everyone's pulling from it in some way or another. You know, and it makes me proud to go back to my heritage, which is rock music, and entwine it with my love of rap music, hip hop music, and make a melting pot of something where there is black kids, there is white kids, there's fucking everybody that just enjoys it. I go to a show and I just see everyone. See a black girl with green hair and I see a white kid with a fucked up tongue. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, holy shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's mad as well because someone like Tech Nine, growing up, we wouldn't put him in a category as a rock artist or alternative. We just thought Tech Nine was a rapper.
Yeah.
It's crazy because...
Shout out Tech, my brother. I love you so much. Like, you don't even understand. We're going to have that cognac and then we're going to... what do we say? What do we say? We're going to... fuck. I'm too drunk. I'll go on a text and read it later.
But like literally, like my little brother, he listens to Juice WRLD, XS Tenacion, and it's like you look at a kid of today. Like put ourselves now as a 15-year-old kid younger. Do you think you would listen to them artists at that time? We wouldn't know.
No.
But that's how you know your music you're making is on a rise. I will never pick up an iPod or iPad or whatever it's at the time. What would you MP3 play at the time and listen to that music?
Yeah.
I can listen to Juice WRLD. I can listen to XS Tenacion.
Because we've grown past the idea of self. Like we are comfortable now.
Exactly.
I think like before we was just...
It was grime, and we have to listen to grime because if you don't listen to grime, you're going to be picked on.
Yeah, you're going to be picked on. And as I said, fear was a big part of... Fear was huge. That's why I said, like, I love fear. Like, I feel like if there's something I'm scared of, I got to walk right into it. Even if it takes me 6 months to a year. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking it festers, and I'm ready to walk into it. And I feel like the more I walk into fear, the more I learn about myself. If I don't walk into fear, how am I going to change? Because that means I don't know anything. That thing that scares me must be something. Let me. It could be an idea. It could even be an idea that everyone believes in. But I've, you know what I'm saying? And it's, unfortunately, like I don't tick a lot of boxes that people want me to. I don't, and I'm not upset about it. It sometimes holds me back some places, I think, because it's like, but I always say sometimes to be an ally, you don't have to be the ally that everyone wants you to be. Like I care so fucking much, and I try to do so much for everybody, but because I'm such a loudmouth little cunt, it's like I say things and shout them, and sometimes gets misconstrued. But man, I care. Like I don't have to be the ally that everyone wants me to be, to make me. You know, I don't use my race as some political plight. I pander to this or that. I care about them. I care about them massively. I do. I really fucking do. But I also feel like I have so much. You know, there's so much to say. I don't know. I don't always know what to say, so I don't think I should always just speak. People just sometimes speak. Just to fit in with the now. I don't really know always what to say. I don't mind being wrong. Like, teach me something. I'm very happy to learn. I love learning. I don't want to be right. I think the person that's in the room thinks he knows it all is a complete dickhead. Like,
no, it's true.
I'd rather be the person listening rather than always talking.
It's true as well, Kid Bookie. Growing up as well as young kids, we also always saw rock as it was a music that white people from white origin used to work. You being mixed and partly of a Nigerian heritage, do you feel that it put a sort of stigma on you coming into the rock game, or you didn't think that was really an issue? Because obviously being a half black, was that something that was frowned upon at the time, or do you think it's more accepted now?
I'm very happy that I had the mother I had, because as a Nigerian, like she's got a very strict Nigerian family, and she is, I think, the anomaly per se, probably because of not just me, both of our kids, but you know, I was the one that questioned why I just have to call family members uncle and auntie. Oh, I literally did. I didn't understand why I have to add that. But, no, but it's because my dad had Uncle Steve, and I didn't call him Uncle Steve. So I literally had to question it. Like, and I'm not saying it's a negative. And I get tradition and I get culture, but I sometimes do question things because sometimes culture and tradition does hold back growth. And that, like, sometimes my mum tries to implicit so much culture and tradition on me, and I'm like, Mum, sometimes it doesn't help me grow. It doesn't even help you grow. And she doesn't like that. And it was caused such big rifts, but you have to argue about it. I don't mind you not liking me for a few weeks.
But
as long as you got like, as long as you like, we think about it and we come back to it. Like, so coming back to like, as a Nigerian, it's funny because my Nigerian family that have all gone to Harvard, that have all graduated, you know, shout them out. They look at me as a fucking cool motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It's like, I guess it's not that I like it, but I was like, I'm glad that I didn't graduate from nothing. I graduated from the school of hard knocks. But, you know, and I want to maybe go back. No, not maybe. I'm fucking hell yeah, I'm going to go back when I can. If I can pay off that student loan too, go fuck yourself. And, you know, I want to, especially, you know. But I guess I didn't know Nigerian artists that did what I did. I didn't, like, we knew there was Jimi Hendrix, we knew there was this, that, and the other, whatever. But I didn't know anyone. I liked the rock music. I used to play Slipknot on, remember the MSN showed you what you're listening to? And people used to go, and I used to go, I'm hiding it. So, like, I hid it, bro.
Oh, see.
And now I work with them motherfuckers, so go fuck yourself, you weird cunt. So, you know, it was like, I didn't know anybody. And I think, like I said, I didn't know I have to take the steps to be a black person in rock. There was Kill Switch Engage, a black guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
So what was your household like growing up? What kind of music was in your household at the time?
Hip hop and rock.
That's okay. So who listened to rock in your household?
My mum and dad.
Mum both. Okay.
But my mum didn't like choose to. It's just that my dad was a vinyl head.
Oh, okay.
So we had all the 80s hip hop. From LL Cool J to Grandmaster Flash.
I remember.
So like bruv, like I look at his vinyl still now. Then until to Nirvana in Bloom vinyl. Wow. So I used to I just used to like them. And I'm so glad I heard them because it really made me understand theory of sound. Like when I hear Kurt going, even though he's just screaming it, he's still got a melody to his screaming. But when LL Cool just going, man, but the pam, he's still in beat, he's still in key with the beat. But if he was doing it lower like this, his nose about this because he's key with the beat. So I understood, he's making this sound with the beat. Didn't know at first, but you start learning that later. So there was so much that you subconsciously learn, and if I didn't have that experience growing up, I don't think I would have this. But I think I think rock music's so underrated because it's like, even though it's the biggest selling music in the world, even if hip hop's currently popular,
it's mad, isn't it? Yeah,
it's so much science to it. Like I always say, I don't say this has to define a musician, but throw a musician in a room with a string, a pad, one pad, and a vocal booth. And what will you come out with? Like I don't say that defines it, but like it allows you to just like, what is a musician? What is the sound? What is the level of a musician? And all of it, I don't know. But I'm very big. Like I'm a shit talker because I love music so much. Like I'll criticize. I don't really care who you are. I don't want to be horrible, but I'm just talking about the music. I might like you, but
constructively, I want.
Yeah, you know, it's fucking important, man.
So, what's your creative process like? Because obviously, before with the grime and making music, before we would write on a pad or we just spit the lyrics. What's the creative process for a rock person now? How did you make your music? If you walk into the studio now, you got ideas in your head. Do you just go boom? I'm gonna blurt them out and record like that, or do you write beforehand?
Because I'm still in between. Like one day I might just want to make a rap song with some rock vibes on it. Bruv, I tell you one thing, and believe me or not, you cunts, but I can't remember the last time I wrote a lyric. It's because it's such a habitual thing now, is where I'll stand at the booth and stand at the truth, hand at the glue. I'll write that segment. I'm like, okay, so I'll stop there. I'll listen to this three, and then I'll put another part to it, and they'll get to then I've done 16 bars of just digging at my subconscious, and then chorus. I'll think about, I've listened to what the verse is saying, and I'll just say something that relates to what those verses are saying, and then I'll start feeling it. But I'll never make a song if I don't feel it. That's one thing I've always learned about myself. Like, I don't step in the booth. I don't feel it. I always, want to feel it. And I think that's what, I guess, that brings the kind of fans that I do have, because they're very real, crazy people. Bro, my fans that have mental health. And I'm not saying that as, a diss. I'm saying I attract that kind of shit. I don't know if it's what I have, but maybe I do.
What's the most outrageous thing they've done? Your fan engagement?
I get people, bruv. I get people. Well, the amount of people killing themselves in my merch is one thing. And I'm not that big. I'm not even fucking huge or some shit where people got like. But that's something that I know that's crazy. I got a lot of dead people numbers. I give out my number a lot to people, man. I always felt like I could save the whole world, and then I started realizing I can't, and people kept dying. I'll be real with you. That made me realize that I can't save the whole world. Like I used to think I could. People kept dying. And I was just like, damn, I actually can't. That's why I now changed it, that I want to change parts of the world. I have literally conscious to change. When I speak about this thing, I want to change the world, well, parts of it. People get dying.
The parts of it is the main objective.
Yeah, the main objective.
Yeah,
so
the whole world.
I guess, and bruv, just so much. I get like, I wake up to like, I could show you after this shit, and you will go like, holy shit. Like, I don't want to speak people's madnesses, but there are lots of stuff that make me, that if I can go, oh my God, that's insane. I know it's mad.
So the name Kid Bookie, where did that come about, bro? Where did Kid Bookie come? Because I know you've stuck with that name for a long time. And obviously, throughout the years when people do music, they change the different aliases and that, but you've stuck with that name. Where did that come about?
I've always thought about sometimes, should I change it? Should I do this?
That's what I was
and then
think,
I'm like, I don't want to. I think I'm going to die Kid Bookie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I've really. It came from me not getting Skenzo's name as Kid Skenzo. I'll be real with you.
You're watching this, bro.
Like I said, it comes back to joining gangs and shit.
Yeah.
I just needed to know what was what. I saw Skenzo was popping. I want to be in that
Kid
thing.
Skenzo, yeah.
Kid Skenzo. I was like, he's like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you. I remember, bruv. Don't even think I don't remember.
He said he'd get back to you.
I remember this, bro. He's like, yeah, let me talk to you. Oh yeah, man. And he's like, it's fine. But so I was like, let me ask Bookie. Yeah. So Bookie was like, yeah, you can be Kid Bookie. Yeah. I was like, fuck it, there's a sub. Then no, what? You Kid Book? What? Bookie? And I started realizing, that's a thing. Because I just needed to know what it's like to be like. How do you move in the game?
Yeah.
You know, everything was a thing. I needed to like. I'm a man of like. Planning and planning. I need to know what to do. So I was like, okay, well, no name's getting me nowhere. And making a name will be too hard. I don't want to call myself Riff Man. Do you know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that.
In the future,
so
true.
I thought, Kid Bookie, that sounds cool. And then you embody the Kid Bookie rather than just being the Kid Bookie. To the point where
just take easy.
There's no one have an idea that there's a Bookie floating around somewhere doing. Wake you up, like me, hold you. Hey, like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, God. Shout out Bookie though, man. You crazy cunt, bro. I love you, dog.
Yeah, that's mad. But yeah, like I said, your name will stick with you forever, and that's good that you've got a name that meant something to you. Because like I said, you could have made up a name 5 years down the line, change it again. Because your old fans have moved with you. Mm-hmm. Despite the music you're making, they've moved with you because they know you.
Some of them. Because like a lot of. One thing I have realised is that a lot of people... No, yeah, fuck it. A lot of them have. Because a lot of the people that were into grime I was doing it with messaged me after, go, bro, man, I grew up on this rock music, man. I just messaged me in private. At first it was in private. Oh man, I grew up on this rock, bro. I can't believe you're working with this one. And they're showing me like that. I'm like, oh wow, you? The guy that's
doing grime,
talking like that with me. Like, and you're white. You know what I'm saying? Like you're fucking white. So it's like... And so it's like, and even the black dogs as well, like showing me, bro, I got a Wheaters. I'm just a teenage
that was a hit. That was a hit, bro. That was a hit.
Yeah, showing me they got that CD. They're showing like, bro, I got that CD. You know, like,
that was a hit.
And I'm like, why are you all messaging me in private?
That should be on my post.
But that's what. But it's now this happening. I'm seeing a big shift of like people not caring.
There's a big shift of cultures in general.
Yeah, and
people are not scared to come out their comfort zone.
And I think like it's so, and I love it. I'm like, fuck, like, holy shit, like, and I think like I don't know who's being influenced in it, but bro, I typed in, bro, I do this a lot to myself. I'll go on Twitter and type in a keyword and then type my name in with it, and then go down to what I was typing 10 years, 12 years ago. Bro, I was typing crazy shit. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to say that now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just it's the same thought. It could be like, how many acorns can you fit in a vagina until it bursts and rips through the stomach? Because I want to know how many acorns can you fit in a fucking vagina until it bursts and rips through the stomach. You know what I'm saying? And I still do. So I'm like, oh my God, like,
You ain't found out yet.
no, I don't know how many, because like in the world, like where is somebody grabbing a woman and saying, you stay there, oh no, please no, and shoving acorns in them until she bursts with the stomach. And there's no, like, maybe it's happened. There's actual like theory that if you think it's happened, because the world's been around for so long, humans have done so much things that if you think it's
somebody's
happened.
had
So
that
I
thought.
always throw out the most gruesome thing, like that imaginable, because if I can think that, it must have happened, because ideas are things that people play upon.
But I do think that though. I think some thoughts, you might think your thought is so outrageous, but somebody's also got them thoughts as well.
Yeah, and they're acting upon them.
And
yeah, that's the difference.
You haven't found that, but I guarantee somebody's put
that film I want to write called
that,
8 Rooms of Torture. Brother, there's somebody fucking hurting people in 8 Rooms of Torture right now.
Check the joke though. Them 8 Rooms of Torture. You're gonna write a book called 8 Rooms of Torture.
That's gonna inspire someone to
but before you write that book, I think it's only right for the person writing the book to go through the 8 Rooms of Torture.
As in, I get tortured for 8 times in different rooms.
Yeah, because you have to write the book. It becomes more personalised because you've actually been through the torture yourself.
Well, one of the tortures are like being put against, like, you know, like when you go to a kitchen, like not a house kitchen, but like industrial kitchen. So there's metal things everywhere, like heat conductors, all of this stuff. Strapping someone, like, this is room 1, by the way. This is, believe me, I thought about
and have to do the full 8. So that person, or is it one person each?
It's
room?
no, because it's, but it was also like based on not just like it's inspired by certain things, but it's based on the person, why they're in each 8 rooms, like why this person's in room 1, why
what they've done basically, or something.
Not just what they've done, because that's sore. Okay. Like, like trust me, I don't want to just be sore. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I haven't, like, I'm trying to make tangible lines connect without trying to be a manipulation of reality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have that one. But room 1 is like strapping someone to a heat-conducted wall, getting a flamethrower and holding it just far enough to the point where it'll cook them slowly for 3 days.
Oh no, you can't do that because you'll be gone.
I'll be gone. But 2 days, you'll come out with probably cancer or some shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because your cells have mutated like crazy. Like, but that's why I say this. That's why I say there's like. That's why I say there's people that if you think this shit, bro, there's people that act to the. There's a guy out here now torturing someone for 3 days with that heat thing and going day 4 cancer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Day 6 mutation of the cells. The cancer's eating itself up. Like,
yeah, do you know it is? Yeah, I know what you mean. But like I said, you definitely need to write that book.
I think I
or a movie.
Yeah, Phobia is gonna be dope though.
Or a movie. And based on that as well, what is your plans? Obviously you want to write a book, but the next 5 years, what kind of plans and where do you see Kid Bookie in the next 5 years? What's your main goals and what do you want to do?
Well, man, in the next 5 years, I go on Google often and type Kid Bookie net worth. And
I saw that.
And my net worth is between $1 to $6 million.
Jeez.
I'm trying to make that happen
in the next
5 years.
Yeah.
And then have that and then use that to double it and then keep going. So I do actually wake up sometimes, type that in and go, who's doing this? Is this what I'm... So I look at that. I have plans, man. And I like that a lot of plans I did have come to fruition.
Yeah.
Like I said, I said this to Saskula the other day and Vidal. I said, in life, like, don't just plan, but plan spikes. And by spikes, I mean, you need to do something every year that can make you last a year, 2 years, and then do another spike that makes you last that one. And it spikes everything else that you did before back up. So you're always level. So you got to do spikes. And the more you think about spiking, the more you always think about doing insane things to cause stuff happening. Spikes are important. They're sometimes bigger than just planning. Because you can plan for things. You can plan a spike, but that's not a thing. Like, a spike is like, I know it's all queer, I'm going to keep saying it. Spike. Initiate spikes. Do things that will spike your year to the point where everything you've done by now brings up, if 100,000 views come your way, it brings 30,000 views to everything else you've just done, because you need to make sure that your stuff you're doing is always being seen the more you grow. So do things every year that spike. Don't just make a move, because a move might just do a momentary thing in one place. Make spikes that happen for everything. And I know it sounds hard, but it's not as hard as it is if you consistently can make yourself conjure new ideas. That's why you got to keep failing. Fail so much that you keep none of your spikes work until you have that one big spike and it brings everything up. And now all of a sudden you've made a good year's worth of shit, or your finances just raised because of that year, and now you're in a better position to make new spikes happen.
That's unspoken gems. You hear that? You just got that. Man dropped some gems. But yeah, Kid Bookie, before you leave us, what do you want to leave? What message do you want to leave for the people? We've got the spikes, but I want you to give us a nice, personalised, unique message to leave for your people when they finish watching this video.
Time is the biggest murderer. You're all worried about your friends, your family, finances, getting by tomorrow and all this, but time is literally killing you day by day. And the maddest thing about time is you're worrying about your enemy, but time can kill you tomorrow or even today. So live with time. Don't worry about what's happening, and make sure that you weave yourself within this little moment properly, because all we are is a moment in the timeline, and you're going to be dead soon, and no one will care, or others will care. But the ones that do care are the most important. So don't worry about those that don't care. And remember, nothing matters.
Thank you, Kid Bookie. Thank you. So yes, people, that has been our special guest for today, Kid Bookie. Drop some insightful, unspoken gems, and you don't get these
I'm partially drunk.
Yeah. And we're probably going to continue after this. But yeah, thank you for coming, sir. And we really appreciate you.
Brothers,
and,
I love you lot so much.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. Like I say in our WhatsApp group, I can't actually record it because I don't just write things out. But that thing I said about growing up together and whether we all disperse, you know, with dandelion, when you blow it, you go, like I said, we might have been picked in that same garden, but we might blow and land in different places. And we always, but as long as we are always growing, bruv, it's always a pleasure to grow in that same garden as everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
I love
sir.
my brothers, and it actually gives me euphoria to sit here today and see you healthy and growing
and breathing.
That's
what I'm saying. This is the thing that people forget.
And you're beautiful. I love you. I
that's
wish you infinite blowjobs, some beautiful women.
Yeah, big up Kid Bookie though. But thank you for coming, sir. Most appreciated. And yeah, we're the Unspoken Gems podcast, and we're out.